When you think of the Ravens nowadays, you think of one player. Now I understand back in the day you would think of Ray Lewis or Jonathan Ogden or maybe even Ed Reed. But the last few years you think of one player, and that is Lamar Jackson. The Baltimore Ravens are at a crossroad when it comes to their star quarterback Lamar Jackson. Jackson, the 2019 league MVP, is entering his 6th year and has made it clear that he wants a fully guaranteed contract. While the Ravens have expressed their desire to keep Jackson long-term, they have been hesitant to commit to a fully guaranteed contract. In this video, we will explore why the Ravens need to give Jackson the fully guaranteed contract he desires. First and foremost, Lamar Jackson is a rare talent. He already has accomplished more in his first 5 seasons than most quarterbacks do in their entire careers. In 2019, he won the MVP. In 2020, Jackson led the Ravens to an 11-5 record and a playoff berth that included multiple challenges, including a COVID-19 outbreak that affected the team's schedule and practice time. In that season, he threw for 2,757 yards, 26 touchdowns, and only 9 receptions, while also rushing for 1,005 yards and 7 TDs. In 2021, he led them to an 8-4 record, but then went down with an ankle injury that caused him to miss the rest of the season, and they ended up missing the playoffs and not winning a single game while he was out. He has also shown multiple times that he can be a game changer both through the air and on the ground, and he is still only 26 years old. Given his success, it's no surprise that Jackson is seeking a fully guaranteed contract. In recent years, several quarterbacks have received fully guaranteed contracts, including Kirk Cousins and Deshaun Watson. These contracts provide the player with more security and allow them to focus on their on-field performance without worrying about their contract situation. For a player as great as Jackson, it is only fair that he receives the same level of security. Another reason why the Ravens need to give Jackson a fully guaranteed deal is that it will help message to the rest of the team that the organization is committed to winning and is willing to invest in its players. It will also help the Ravens attract top free agents who may be more inclined to join a team that takes care of its players. Furthermore, a fully guaranteed contract will help the Ravens avoid any distractions that could arise from a contract dispute. If Jackson were to enter the 2023 season without a new deal, the topic would likely continue to dominate headlines and could potentially become more of a rift between Jackson and the franchise. By giving him a fully guaranteed contract, the Ravens can avoid any potential distractions and focus on winning. Finally, giving Jackson a fully guaranteed contract could help the Ravens save money in the long run. By signing him to a fully guaranteed contract now, the Ravens can lock him up for a long term and potentially save money compared to what they would have to pay on the open market. In conclusion, the Ravens need to give Jackson the fully guaranteed contract he desires. He is a rare talent who has already accomplished a great deal in his young career and has shown that he can be a game changer for the Ravens. The Louisville product is also one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and with him wanting a fully guaranteed deal, it makes a lot of sense. Players such as Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson were even guaranteed more than Lamar Jackson was, reportedly. Both Murray and Wilson, who were not as good as Jackson, were guaranteed a little over $160 million. The Ravens did reportedly offer Jackson a deal, but only $133 million was guaranteed. It was later reported that he was offered 3 years for $133 million and it was fully guaranteed. However, there was another report that stated Jackson was offered $200 million guaranteed, but the 2016 Heisman Trophy winner denied the report and said it was false. It was later revealed $200 million was not guaranteed and he was only offered $133 million guaranteed, a far outcry of what other quarterbacks were guaranteed. Many fans and analysts believe that the Ravens should be willing to give Jackson a fully guaranteed contract extension that is much or more than Cleveland Browns' Deshaun Watson. Jackson has already proved himself as one of the league's top quarterbacks, having won the 2019 MVP, a first-team All-Pro in the same year, making 2 Pro Bowls, winning the division twice, and leading the Ravens to 4 playoff appearances in just 5 years. When the Ravens announced that Jackson was going to be placed on the non-exclusive tag, other teams could negotiate with Jackson starting on Wednesday. Despite one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL being available, teams very quickly stated they were not interested in the former MVP. Teams such as the Panthers, Commanders, Falcons, Dolphins, to name a few, said they were not interested in the 2018 first-round pick. It was quite interesting that teams said they were not interested in Jackson despite a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback of this magnitude being available. One of the teams, the Panthers, decided to give up 4 draft picks and their best receiver for a possible bust who has not proven himself yet over a former MVP and a quarterback in his prime. In addition to his on-field success, Jackson has also been a model citizen off the field. He has been a leader in the locker room, a positive influence in the community, and a role model for young fans all across the country. Given all these factors, it is clear that Jackson deserves a fully guaranteed. Such a contract would provide him with the security and stability that he desires, while also recognizing the unique talent and ability that he brings to the field. After those teams said no to Jackson, there were many that suggested that there was collusion among the owners. Current and former players such as Tyrann Mathieu, J.J. Watt, and RG3, and others were stunned by the quick responses from other teams. While many said that's only a theory, there's a lot of evidence to back it up. Many owners have been known to save a few bucks rather than win games and championships. Owners don't want to upset other owners as well. Last offseason, Jimmy Haslam for the Browns gave Deshaun Watson a fully guaranteed deal. Many of the other owners were upset with him. One of those owners was Ravens owner Steve Bisciotti. Many of the NFL owners would do anything to save money, so therefore there's a lot of evidence to back up that many owners in the league are colluding against players such as Jackson on a fully guaranteed deal. Jackson was able to start negotiating with other teams a few weeks ago. If the teams offer Jackson a deal that he agrees to, the Ravens have up to 5 days to match the offer from other teams. However, if Baltimore doesn't match, the team will give up 2 first-round picks. The teams that were reported to be interested in Lamar Jackson were the Colts, Patriots, Lions, and Niners. All of those teams, except for maybe the Niners, need a quarterback. They also have a team that is ready to compete, and the only really missing piece is a quarterback. To sum this all up, it is time for the Ravens to invest in their franchise quarterback and give him the security he deserves. The Louisville product is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and with him wanting a fully guaranteed deal, he deserves every penny.